Hey, this is Chris. Last night I turned on YouTube and the recommendations came up, and they had an older video by Gail Augustinelli where she made a ephemera keeper from 2 sheets of 12 by 12 scrapbooking heavy paper. And I remember seeing it a long time ago. I think it was like 2019 it originally aired. And I wanted to make one then, and I didn't do it. And so then when I watched it last night, I thought, well, I'm going to make one of those. So I have here a stack of papers to choose from, and I'm going to go through them. I have Stamperia, some steampunk Stamperia. I have, these are separate sheets. I have what remains of this tablet of Stamperia Clockwise. I have this Dapper tablet from Authentique that I got in a D-stash, which is really cute. I have here the remains of 2 different Tim Holtz paper packs, French Industrial and Wallflower, and what I have left in there. And then I have this Lavender by Prima, and these are all 2-sided, heavy paper, light cardstock. So I'll need to choose 2 sheets from somewhere in there. But what we'll also need is a piece of chipboard, some Tyvek, some Fabri-Tac, cutting tools, and then a little bit of fabric. And I have these fabrics that I picked up at the rummage sale last year, and I think some of these might work, but I'll have to wait until I choose my papers to choose those. So I can move those out of the way for now. So I'm going to go through these and see if I can decide. And I have to make my decision based on how this portfolio is going to fold. So this part right here will be the front cover, and it will be 2 folded pieces. So you have 1 piece of 12 by 12, 1 piece of 12 by 12, and there will be a spine in between, and those will be folded in half so that they have an inside fold, if that makes sense. And then the bottom part will go up to make a pocket on the inside. So it's a very simple 4-page ephemera keeper. So I have to keep in mind that anything down here will be upside down once it's folded up. This will end up being the front cover, this will be the inside flap, or this will be the outside back cover, and this will be the inside back flap. So that's what I have to think about when I'm making a decision on my papers. Narrowed it down. I thought this would be nice for the back of the book. And this would be pretty on the front. And both of these, I want to fold them at 6 1/4, so I'm checking, and it fits right there. The bicycle will be upside down. This one would be 5 3/4 because I want 6 1/4 from this direction, and that would be right where those postcards are. So both of those would work for one ephemera keeper if I decide to make more than one. I really like this Stitchery set. I like this for the front cover, but the design needs to be on this side. So this could be the front cover. That would fit. It's not real exciting though. This one's more exciting. This would make a nice front cover. It would be folded right about there. And this for the back cover. I think that would be pretty. So that's a possibility. Put that one back. This one, I like this. That would have to be on the back cover. This could be the front cover, but then these would disappear. They would be folded up. I think I'll eliminate that one. These would be good. This would be on the front cover. And this could be on the back cover. I'll eliminate that one. This could be on the front cover, and then when this is folded up, there's hardly anything down here that would be upside down. The Eiffel Tower would be good too for the front cover. Well, I think it's the Stitchery. I think it's going to be this one. So what I need to do now is to score it. I will score it 6 1/4 inches this way and 6 1/4 inches this way and 3 inches this way. So the book will be 9 inches this way and 3 inches this way. I'm not going to do any cutting, but I don't have a large scoreboard, so I can use this as a scoreboard. Six 1/4. Nine inches. The reason that I scored it 6 1/4 inches was so that this page would be not binding on the spine. So I'll do this one. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut a slight angle right here. If you've watched Gail's video on this, you'll see I'm doing it slightly different. There's still some glue on here. So I'm doing that way because it helps to keep the paper from binding when it's folded. So that's our back. So here we have our front and our back. We'll open like this, put a spine in here. So I think I think a 1/2 inch will be good. And we'll do that with our chipboard. Don't know if my cutter will want to cut this. To go through several times probably. 9 inches long. And then 1/2 inch, so that's right. And that will go right like that with a little bit of a space in between. I'll put some white paper down. There. And just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my Tyvek to this paper. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac to glue it. These are vintage dress weights. Any kind of weights will work. I'm going to hopefully hold this in place. Hard to cut this stuff straight. It just wants to slip and slide. I'm going to cut this piece a little bit wider. I'm going to let that dry a bit. I have here some regular paper that's not cardstock. Something that might fit the theme. This would be nice. This is Recollections. I'm pressing down in that little space that was between the cardboard and the cardstock just to help it hinge. I'm going to go ahead and put some ink around the edges, and then I won't make you sit through that, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up the spine. I ended up cutting a little sliver off of the inside of the edge of the pocket too, just so it doesn't bind up on the spine. I'm going to glue the pockets down. To glue my pockets with something in them just to make sure they're not too tight. And now we'll do the outside of the spine. I have these fabrics. I couldn't believe when I saw these at the rummage sale because they're all colors that go with what I usually like to do. So there's one of a sort of a reedy waterway with some little buildings in it. It was 50 cents. Here it has some like travel maps on it. It's a little bright, although it does pick up the blue here. And I was looking at this stripe. I don't want flowers. I think what I'm going to do is use this, but I'm going to iron it and I'm going to tea dye it. I've tea dyed this a little bit. You can see it's a little bit darker. And this is just a printed cotton. It looks like ticking, but it's just printed on one side to look like ticking. I can put the my grid to line up my paper this way, and then I'm using the vertical lines this way so that I can see where I want to put the glue. I don't want to use that glue. I want to use this glue. Out this pattern paper from Stamperia, and I'm going to do a die cut on this side. I cut these die pieces. There's my scrap paper. This is the die. It's called Stitch Slots Pocket Set by Maddie's Crafting Joy. It comes with 2 dies. And it shows you can use a base color and then a contrasting color, and it makes these 3 pockets. So the reason I'm doing that is because, as I said, I saw this on Gail Augustinelli, and she saw it on another channel, Emily. I'll have to get her name and look it up. and Emily had different pockets, and on this page she had a Tim Holtz slot pocket, but I don't have that die. So I thought I can either use this or this. The only thing I don't like about this die is it's supposed to score right here so that you can fold that, but instead of scoring it, it cuts it. So I could just cut that off and then just put a little bit of glue on there. I'm sure that would work fine. This paper's kind of thick, so it's a little bit hard to fold that little gusset. So I'm just going to take it off. So this can go here, and I don't know if I want to put these on here because they cover up all the pretty steampunky stuff, so I think I might use those for something else. I think I'll just do this the way it is. So I'm going to ink around the edges so that it will stand out, and then I will glue it. Emily had hers and Gail had hers on a piece of backing paper. So I will see if I can find something that I like to do that. I have this packing paper, and I think I'll just cut a piece of this. It's nice and wrinkly. And I will put this on here, and then I'll put this on there. And meanwhile, I will put you on fast forward, and I will do some inking around the edges. So in the video that I watched, there was another pocket on here, a single pocket embellished, and then there was a cover decoration, and then inside you have your pockets, and the pockets were stuffed with different kinds of embellishment holders. I've grabbed some ephemera from my file folder, and I thought we could stuff a few things in here. I have some vintage printouts and advertising cards you can put in there. I have some scrapbook pieces. Can put these smaller ones in here. I have some old matchbooks. Some old letters. And a couple of flashcards, postcard. Is that a postcard? No, it's a card, but it's not marked as a postcard. It's not really the right size. And I have some of these time cards and some library cards. And I have a few playing cards. So I will also be making a pocket on this side, and then I will maybe do some more to the cover and put some sort of closure, although it doesn't really need a closure. Right now it's not too full. So that's my steampunk styled 4-page ephemera folio. And I can continue to work on that. But this will give you an idea, and I'll put a link to the other videos so that you can see what else can be done with them. Thanks for watching and have a great day crafting. Bye-bye!